Alvin, Texas is honey country. And since 1936, Joanne Froberg's family has had beehives like this one on their farm. They've never had a problem. But in an instant, all of that is about to change.
Alvin 911, do you have an emergency?
Ma'am, we have a lady in Alvin on County Road 190 that has honeybees stinging her. Go ahead, ma'am.
Please hurry, they've been biting me for a long time.
911 dispatcher Sylvia Gonzalez is a sensitive person who knows that bee stings can hurt. But she isn't really sure if it's an emergency.
The initial conversation I had was a call from Brazoria County Sheriff's Department informing me that they had a lady with a bee sting, one bee sting, on the phone that needed an ambulance. So I proceeded to ask her questions.
But Sylvia soon realizes that this situation is far more serious than anyone realized.
There's not any more bees around you.
Oh, yeah, they're all over me.
There's bees on you?
Yes, ma'am.
They're in the house?
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
Joanne incurred the wrath of the hive when she rode past it on her lawnmower. Now thousands of bees have followed her inside. They are in her eyes, nose, mouth, and ears, stinging her from head to toe.
We're trying to hurry, honey.
Sylvia knows that repeated bee stings can be fatal, and a moment later, Joanne is no longer responding.
Are you inside the greenhouse, ma'am? Is your house green? Joanne? Joanne?
I've lost contact with her, and I do not have any contact with the subject anymore.
I want to crawl through the radio and get there to help her, but I can't. I wanted to cry, but I can't cry. I've got to stay strong.
As an officer arrives on the scene, Sylvia prepares for the possibility that she's lost Joanne. But nothing can prepare this police officer for what he sees. Joanne Froberg comes toward him looking more like a creature from a nightmare than a loving wife and mother.
I'm on the scene. I have the woman walking around. She's right here with me. There is bees everywhere.
It's difficult to see her from here, but Joanne is covered from head to toe in grotesque, swollen stings. Hundreds and hundreds of bees are still swarming all around her. There are other police and bystanders who want to help, but nobody knows what to do or how to get Joanne through all the bees. This officer is also anxious about stepping out of his squad car and into an angry swarm.
I don't know whether to go in or not. I don't know if I'm allergic to them or not.
But then he remembers that beekeepers use smoke to control bees. On instinct, he decides to use his fire extinguisher to help save Joanne. The plan works. The last of the bees fly away. Joanne is rushed to the emergency room. Her doctors are amazed that she's still alive.
The doctors tell me I had 500 bee stings, and it would amount to the same thing as 2 rattlesnake bites, that I had that much venom in me.
This many bee stings should have, and very nearly did, kill Joanne Froberg.
Even after I got to the emergency room, they were still crawling out of my mouth and ears.
The venom wreaked havoc on her internal organs. She suffered kidney failure as well as severe respiratory illness. But after her month-long hospital stay ended, Joanne had a very special visit to make.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Everything okay?
Yeah, but it's getting better. I'm staying real busy.
She's a very special lady. She's a doll.
Nobody knows exactly why these bees attacked Joanne so viciously. The first assumption was that she'd been attacked by Africanized honeybees, also known as killer bees. But it turns out that these were actually just regular everyday honeybees. It goes to show that even the most ordinary creatures can cause extraordinary damage if you catch them on a bad day.